Welcome to the Self-Publishing School podcast, where you will learn how to write and publish your first book and use that book to grow your business, brand, or following. For free video training on how to write and publish your first book in 90 days, go to spsfreetraining.com. And now your host, Chandler Bolt.
Hey, Chandler Bolt here, and welcome to the Self-Publishing School podcast. I am so excited to be launching this podcast. This is something I've been dreaming about for a really long time, and I'm just really excited to get it to you because I think you're going to get a lot out of it. Now, what I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about me as well as about what you can expect from this podcast over the coming weeks before you listen to your very first episode. Now, a little bit about me. I'm from a small town called Walhalla, South Carolina. You've probably never heard of it. I now live in San Francisco, so moved across the country. I'm the author of 6 best-selling books and the CEO and founder of Self-Publishing School. Now, even though I have 6 books now, I remember how hard it was to write my very first book. Now, in fact, I'm a C English student and I'm a college dropout. So I'm a firm believer that if I can write a book, anyone can do it. It just takes some practice. It just takes some work. And yes, it might be hard at the start, but that's what this podcast is going to be here for you to help make that process just a little bit easier. Now, my company, Self-Publishing School, we're an online training program. We teach people how to write, market, and publish their first book in 90 days. Now, over the course of the last 2 years or the last couple of years, since we've launched Self-Publishing School, we've been able to help thousands of students go through the program and write and publish their first book. Our mission is to put the power back in the hands of the authors, okay? So back in the hands of you, because over the decades and years of the publishing industry, there's just kind of this antiquated industry where the publishers, they take advantage of you. You know, it takes you years to publish. You have to get a publishing deal. If you don't sell enough books, you're going to have to pay back your advance. They do zero marketing for your book, which is a common misconception. And then at the end of the day, you get pennies on the dollar for the books that you sell. Now, with the changes in the publishing industry, it's never been easier to self-publish your book. So our mission at Self-Publishing School is to show you that self-publishing isn't just an option, it's the best option. So it's no longer the redheaded stepchild, right? That thing that you do only when you can't get a publisher, but it really is the best option if you want to maximize your reach and maximize the impact that you can have with your book, as well as the money that you make from that book. So that's our mission. We really feel like we can put the power back in the hands of the authors, so the people who are actually doing the work. Now, if you want some free training from us, you can go to self-publishingschool.com/free. That's some free training on how to go from blank page to published author in 90 days. That's self-publishingschool.com/free. Now, I want to tell you about the podcast. This is what to expect from this podcast. So this podcast is all about helping you write your first book and using that book to grow your business, your brand, and your authority. Okay? The podcast episodes are going to be broken up into 3 different sections. I'm going to teach you how to write a book, how to market a book, and how to monetize a book. Now, I say I'm going to be teaching you, but what I'm going to be doing is bringing in top of the top experts. So these are people who have done exactly what you want to do. They've either done fiction books, they've done nonfiction books, they've used books to grow physical product businesses, info businesses, online businesses, you name it, from all different walks of life and all different types of businesses. I'm going to be bringing them in and interviewing them so that they can teach you how they've done it. Now, it's very, very, very important to me. All of the people that you will be learning from, they're teaching from experience. So these are things that they've actually done. This is not theory. This is not textbook wisdom or anything like that. This is exactly what they've done and how you can apply these things to launch your very own book. Now, the people that I'm bringing in here, they charge tens of thousands of dollars to speak, for their trainings, for their consulting, for all of those things. But you get it for free in this podcast, okay? So I'm really passionate about this, and I hope that you enjoy these episodes because I'm really working hard to make sure that I continue to bring you the top of the top people. So these are people who are very, very smart, people who I admire, and a lot of times you'll just kind of hear me geek out on these episodes because I'm just trying to learn what I can from them because they really are at the top of the top in this industry. So Here's how it's going to work in terms of frequency. I'm launching with a few episodes in the can. That's so that you can just kind of dive right in and pick and choose which ones that you want to listen to first. But then we'll release an episode every single week. Okay? Same time, every single week we'll be releasing that episode. Now, once again, these episodes are broken up into 3 categories. So writing, marketing, and monetizing. So no matter which phase of your journey that you're on, so if you've already started writing a book, or if you're trying to sell more books, or if you're trying to leverage that book to make you more money, no matter which part of the journey you're on, we have these episodes for you, and you can kind of pick and choose which one that you want to listen to first, or which ones might be most applicable for you. So that's that. This is the Self-Publishing School podcast. I'm so excited to have you here. Go ahead and dive into your first episode. Pick the one that you think would be best applicable to you, and you can go ahead and get started. All I need you to do is do one thing right now, and that's to go ahead and click the subscribe button on this podcast. This is very, very, very important to make sure that you stay in the loop as we're releasing more episodes. So click that subscribe button. If you got 30 more seconds, I'd love a rating and review. This just really helps with feedback, as well as getting this show into other people's hands. So thank you so much. Click that subscribe button, and I look forward to talking with you more on the Self-Publishing School podcast. Talk soon. Self-Publishing School podcast listeners, I have a free copy of my book titled Book Launch with your name on it. This book has over 700 reviews on Amazon, and it'll teach you how to write, market, and publish your first book. To claim your free copy, just text SPS Book to 44222. Again, that's SPS Book, all one word, no spaces, to 44222.
Thanks for listening to the Self-Publishing School podcast. For free training on how to write and publish your first book in 90 days, go to spsfreetraining.com. You can also visit our site at self-publishingschool.com for more articles, tutorials, and training courses.